Hey guys, today I'll be playing Mengolcraft. If you guys enjoy, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this crazy adventure. Mengolcraft, I have arrived. Welcome to episode 3. In the last episode, we caught the axolotls. Then while smelting my raw gold in my furnace, Power 7 messaged me this on Discord. With that said, I packed my bags and I set off to claim this new land that I could call my home. Then I got a message saying to meet him at the gate, so I headed to the gate with baked potato in hand. Then I zoom out here just to get a view of the castle, and I head out to the gate, waiting for hours and hours and hours. Heading back in, collecting more stuff, taking a nice look of the area. As I got a nice view of the castle walls, Theo basically kept trying to join the server and kept DCing, well, getting these seeds, so that's what was happening with Theo. There were so many DCs that I lost count of how many times he actually DC'd. And I think eventually he gave up on connecting. But in the meantime, I was still here waiting for him. Yeah, I went back in first person. I kind of looked at the horses and looked around the area a bit, whilst crouching and just walking around, jumping around actually, with my axe in hand and my shield on and my diamond armor. And I also caught 2 more axolotls, so I was really in a good mood. But then I noticed that the place was getting dark, and I was kind of worried about a creeper spawning in and destroying a piece of the area. But at the same time, I saw that he was still trying to connect, so I was thinking about what to do here, man. It was getting dark fast, and then I heard something coming from the skies. So I hit it with my axe once, man, and it came, to my surprise, it came back. So I tried to hit it, but I missed. So I jumped and I hit it. I tried to hit it again here, but it got away. I got it again here. Then I came up with a plan to trap it and then finish it. There we go. Then I noticed that other mobs were spawning, so I decided it was way too risky to stay out here, so I decided to head in to sleep, to skip to basically skip through the night. Sadly, Theo died from a zombie there, but it's okay. He didn't have anything on him. So here is where I think I received a message on Discord saying find the house on the hill. So I I kind of like was roaming around looking for where Theo house was. I also received a hint saying follow the pathway, so that's why I kept following the pathway. I think around here I was asking for more hints, man, because I'm looking at the house on the hill right now, and I'm just like, is this the house? Right after I looked around and I saw this, and I was so confused to what this was or what purpose it served. I kind of just backed out and kept looking because I didn't think that that was the place. So I kept running around. I went up a hill where I thought was the right hill, and I slept. I made a bed with a crafting table, and I slept there to skip the night. And then I looked around. I saw no tree inside of the actual house itself. So I ran around in the jungles to see what was there, and if there was a place, because I also received a hint saying that it's in a sandy biome. So I was looking at places that has sand. Right there, I just was running through the forest looking around. I ran into like a ruined portal. So an area that I had a ruined portal, so I asked about it on Discord just to figure out if I'm getting close to the place or not. Then I ran back into the jungle. I ate some baked potatoes there. I placed down a bed because it was getting dark. I slept. Then I took back up the bed and I ran around again. This area was looking like a really nice area to build. I won't even lie to you, man. It was looking like a really nice area. There's a lot of trees. I think here's where Theo made a tree joke about me collecting all the trees there. Because he needs trees. So I was just like laughing and stuff, man. Because that wasn't the place. So here I went back over the bridge and I followed the path again, just to see if I could find where the place is. He said that there's a tree in the middle of his house. So I was looking around everywhere just to see if I could find a tree in the middle of a house. Yeah, I made a new bed. No idea where my red bed went. It just disappeared. Oh, yeah, I ran up on the tree itself, like parkoured up on the tree just to get a nice view of the area, just to see if I could maybe spot the tree inside of someone's house. um didn't see any tree. So I used the bed to break my fall when I jumped off of one tree to another tree. Yeah, I just kept looking around, trying to piece together all of the clues that I received so far. It took me so many hours where just to figure out where has a tree that in the middle of it. Here I went back into third person, showing that showing how I was looking around the area with bed in hand. I saw a campfire over there, but in the hints had nothing about the campfire, so I didn't go to that campfire. Yeah, yeah, I just held a crafting table and I stayed there until night. J- I heard I heard zombies, so I slept through the night, and I was looking down to make sure that it was safe. uh, but here I was just hardcore thinking about all of the hints and how to piece them together to find out where Theo's house was located. Because at this point, I was like, okay, I have all these hints. Let me gather them all together, piece them together, and see if I could find where exactly his house is located. So far, all I know is it's on a hill. Somewhere around the hill. Also I know that it's along the pathway, and I know that it's in a desert biome with sand. So now I'm just looking around the area, and I also know that there's a tree in the middle of the house itself. So here I came, I looked at the map to see if I could see a desert area on the map. I placed down a bed and I slept. I slept through the night. What? I wanted to know what was making the sound in the bottom of the moss. So I that's why I looked at that. But here I ran around again. I followed the path, and I kept an eye out for a tree. So here is where I finally stumbled upon the desert biome, which I saw on my ride, and I kept running along the path, and to my surprise, it led to this house, and on the sign it said, "Welcome to your Power 7 house." And with that, I finally found it, man. After hours of looking, hours of hints, here I'm like, but the desert biome is way over there, man. It's oh my gosh. It's not even in the desert biome, it's close to the desert biome, and I'm like, bro. But where is the tree? Where is the tree? Oh my god, the tree is supposed to be invisible, right? Where's the tree, man? Oh my gosh. But I like the design of the actual house itself. So I looked around at it. But I'm still looking for the tree. So I as I open the door, man, I see a small tree in the middle of the house, and I'm like, bro, how 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 was I supposed to? Oh my gosh, this hint, man. Oh my gosh, how was I supposed to locate this tree that has like no windows around, man? It's sealed inside. Oh my gosh. I came outside and I looked at the building again. Just to see maybe Maybe I wasn't seeing right. Maybe there is a window that I can see the tree, but there's no window, man. And I was just like, the fact that I even found this is some sort of a miracle, man. Where's the tree, man? Oh my gosh, bruh. Yeah, I see some levers, and some of them are like giving off redstone signals. So I'm like looking at it to see where this redstone signal could be coming from, because there's a solid block in the bottom and there's a solid block on the top, and there's no sign of redstone. So I'm just like, what is this? With chairs in hand, I look at the sheep, and then I sleep just to skip through the night because it was getting dark. And then I just ran along. I looked at my ocelots again just to make sure that I have them. I ate some baked potato because my hunger was down, and then I went inside. I placed down a bed. Now that I've completed my objective, I stood on the bed and I looked at the tree, and I was just like, bro. Then I decided to give my bed some style. So I placed down a trapdoor on top of it, in the bottom and the front. Then I opened and closed it. Messing around with it, cause I was like, maybe it might cause me to crawl if I did that, but it didn't do that. So I went back to first person here, and I went back to person, then back to first person again, and then I clicked up and down the trapdoor. Then whilst waiting for Theo to log on, I looked around at the insides of the starter base, and I like some of the designs inside of it, so it feels pretty cool. I also just was messaging Theo Discord, saying that I found his house and stuff like that. So he was aware that I was in his house already. I was tempted to shave the sheep downstairs, but I didn't shave it. But I stood here happy because I managed to find his house based on all the hints that I received, and that in itself was pretty cool because it was like a adventure that I went on, and I ventured out with only hints and finding what I was looking for based on those hints alone. So that's why I named this music track Adventure. Here I just parkoured around, just waiting until Power 7 to log on, so that I could build a house that I could call my own. I'm King Joshi, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.